Hi, this is Marissa Williams, and I will be comparing and contrasting blood vessels, which are arteries, veins, and capillaries. So in this first image, you can see the artery, which I drew in blue, and the veins, which I drew in pink, and the capillaries in purple, which are the overlap between the arteries and veins where they combine. So the part after the artery where it starts to form is the arteriole, and then on the other side, after the capillaries, you can see the arrows on the top show blood flow. That's the venule, and then it goes into the vein. On this next image, you can see that I drew out a view of the arteries, veins, and capillaries. So with the arteries, you can see the 3 layers, and the same with the veins. And then the capillary, you can see the nucleus of the endothelial cells, and then the single layer of endothelial cells. So to compare and contrast these, of course they all carry blood. And specifically, the veins and arteries carry blood to and from the heart, and it contains fibrous tissue. And they have 3 wall layers, the tunic adventitia, and then the tunica media, and the tunica intima. So what we can take away from this, the differences are the arteries carry blood away from the heart, A for away, and they usually carry oxygenated blood. So a thick and strong wall structure helps them do this, and it contains both muscle and elastic fibers and fibrous. And it has a very narrow lumen, which you can see on this image is in the middle, and it's labeled, and it has high pressure. So the Tunica Interna is built thicker on these, the endothelium, because it helps withstand the pressure of the blood flow. So on the veins, they also carry blood towards the heart. So A for away for arteries, and veins carry blood towards the heart, and it has a lower pressure, and it usually carries deoxygenated blood. So it does have valves, and it has a wide lumen for less resistance in pressure valves, which prevent flow backwards the wrong direction. So talking about capillaries, which just have a single layer of endothelial cells and was in the middle of the first image, it carries blood between arteries and veins. And that's where nutrients is exchanged, and it has very thin walls, which is why they're only 1 cell thick. And it has a very narrow lumen, and the only wall layer that it has is the tunica intima. So when talking about the tunica interna on the arteries and veins, it's the inner layer wall, and it has a simple squamous epithelial tissue and a basement membrane, which has semi-permeable in function and exchange. So the tunica medica is the middle layer on the veins and arteries, and it's smooth muscle cells, and it has collagen and elastic fibers. And the tunica externa is the outermost layer, which you can see on the image is blue. And it contains loose connective tissue and protects the blood vessels and helps them anchor the vessel in place so it's not moving around. So to recap, the arteries carry blood away from the heart into the circulatory routes, which branch into smaller pathways. The capillaries are the smallest blood vessels formed when arterioles branch and then exchange gases, nutrients, and other waste products. And the veins form capillaries and merge into vessels, and they start to carry blood back to the heart. So A for away from the heart, and V is veins towards the heart. And then blood pressure is just the exerted pressure by the blood on the inner walls of the vessel, which is why the tunica interna is thicker to withstand that pressure in some of these. Thank you.